Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I am Jim Patterson with the Louisiana Association of Business and Industry, and we very much appreciate your time in hearing about this particular legislation, its intent. I would remind you that I was here along with Ms. Long back in December the 19th, Friday before Christmas, and we talked about the new system that was coming into play. And we warned you all that the new system had bugs and problems that had not been properly sorted, and yet there was a determination to move forward with its implementation beginning January the 1st of this year. Happily, and in the wisdom of this committee, there was a decision to actually have it take place in February. It made more sense in any case. And we were hopeful that in the meantime things would be sorted. They were not sorted. And to say that what happened in February was less than an unmitigated disaster would be, I don't think, reasonable. There were businesses that were unable to get into and operate through the system. They were unable to get assistance when they made their phone calls. There was a great deal of frustration and outright anger that was precipitated by it. And ultimately, a decision was made to hold off for 7 more days the filing deadline so as to allow individuals to try to get their taxes in. And there were parishes and taxing authorities that did not receive their revenues as they should have. It is because we choose to double down on what we know to be the wrong system. And it has been suggested that, well, Louisiana is different. We have more complexity between parishes and how their rates are situated and how things happen. Folks, there are counties in other states where it is the same, and those states manage it through a central collector. I suggest to you this legislation is important. It is something that we need to do as the logical next step from the great work that you all did in the 2024 special session. You all are committed, obviously, to making this state's tax system work better, and I commend you for it. I appreciate it very, very much, as do my members. But we cannot continue to allow this situation to languish as it has. And I would suggest to you, along the same lines as was indicated by Ms. Long from one of her members, there will be more revenue for the parishes and the local taxing authorities this way, because there are folks who are simply not filing from out of state because they don't think they have to. They believe that the Wayfair decision that was issued prevents or requires that this state have a true centralized system that we do not have. And so they don't feel like they need to send the money. And that is revenue that we are letting go begging. So I would suggest to you that this is legislation that we need to pass in Louisiana. I would just close by noting that I have an assistant who is whip smart. She has a master's degree. I think the world of her for her perspicacity, her energy, and her ability. She has other talents as well. She is very creative, and she has been making things for her family and friends and giving it to them, and it has been suggested to her that she ought to open a business to do this. And she thought that was a good idea. And she has applied and with the Secretary of State and has undertaken this business. And I noted for her that she needed to make sure that she could properly file local sales taxes. She sat down with our person who, by the way, had a great deal of trouble getting into the system and using the system to discuss how to set her system up for her small business that she wanted to start. And she came to me and said, Jim, this doesn't work well. If I had known that this was ahead of me, I'd have never gone down this road. I'd have never tried to open this business. Ladies and gentlemen, I would tell you that this is what this is really about. We are holding our young people back when we insist upon adhering to an archaic system that is not serving the interests of the people it is intended to serve. And so I urge you to give due consideration to this legislation. Thank you.